Drex Zimmerman is a 1982 graduate of Edmonds High School, a multi-sport athlete and standout at Edmonds High. Drex impressively earned varsity letters in 4 different sports: football, basketball, baseball, and track. Simply put, there wasn't a thing Drex couldn't do at an extremely high level. Although he earned first-team All-League honors in football and basketball, it was on the track where Drex made his mark in the spring of 1982. After playing baseball the previous year, he decided to come out for the track team and placed 3rd in the state in the long jump and triple jump, and 2nd in state on the 4x100 relay, helping the 1982 Edmonds High School track team win a state championship. After being named EHS Athlete of the Year, he went on to play 4 years of football at Pacific Lutheran University for the legendary coach Frosty Westering, where he was a 2-time captain, a 2-time All-League and All-Northwest selection, and received All-American recognition. Drex played in 2 national championship games for the Lutes in 1983 and 1985. As gifted an athlete as Drex was, he was even more impressive as a teammate and human being. He had an incredible work ethic and a positive, never-give-up attitude. He led by example, and he made others around him better. He always put the team first. Number 21, welcome home. Congratulations. And you know what? We won some pretty big games in the purple. Didn't we, Coach? We did. So welcome home.
Okay, I'm going to sing and you're going to cry. I want to thank, first of all, just Angie and the committee. This is just an amazing experience. When I was watching all the other athletes in front of me and how many highlights are on their sheets there as you're reading them, and I'm looking at mine thinking, oh my gosh. I'm about half the person, half the athlete these people are. Some of them have international experience, national experience, and here I am from the town of Roy, Washington. But I loved every minute of high school. I loved every minute of it. Bill, we were basketball teammates. He was a year older than I, and Bill was our field general on the basketball court. He was an amazing ball handler. He was the go-to guy to put on the free throw line. He was a dead-eye from, and Coach Snoway would attest to this, he was a dead-eye from outside. In fact, Bill, we did not have the three-point line, correct, when we played, which is unfortunate. What a difference that could have made. But he was a great teammate, and it was so fun to reconnect tonight. I just want to say, Angie and Coach Pittis, Coach was the first one that kind of initiated the conversation involving me to be a part of this evening. And I want to just dearly thank you. You never were my coach, but you were a coach and you were always around. But you were my my junior high English teacher, I think. I had you as a teacher, but never my coach, but he was always around. And I just knew Pitt. I just knew Mr. Pitt. So thank you for that. I want to honor, in my being honored, it's kind of awkward. but I want to honor the coaches that are here tonight and those that couldn't make it. Whether or not they came here, for me, it doesn't matter. They are here, and I just want to give a shout out to them. These were the core people, and most of them are right here at this table. There's a couple of them that are sitting over here, and I'm going to acknowledge them as well. But Coach Snowy, my basketball coach, Coach Campbell, track, Coach Gobier, head track coaches, I don't believe is here tonight. Coach Bodie, assistant football, track, Coach Shaw, baseball, football, Coach Parker, baseball, my counselor, if he even remembers that, but he was, and I want to just thank you, first of all, Coach Parker, as my counselor, that you found some very, very miraculous, mysterious ways of keeping me eligible from week to week. He was a great man. Coach Snowy, God placed it on my heart to have to apologize to you about something. I'm in a time warp. It's been 40 years since my graduating class walked through those doors for the first time at the old building. It's been 40 years. Why God wants me to do it in front of this crowd, I don't have any idea. But I'm just going to say I'm so sorry for giving you such a hard time over your receding hairline. What goes around comes around. Just a couple of real quick fun memories. One is that I did talk about with Coach Snowy before this event started tonight. It was a basketball game that we played for the Westfield Championship. And Bill, I know you remember this game. It was against Shorecrest High School. Shorecrest had actually just annihilated us early in the year. And I believe it was almost 30 points, wasn't it, Bill? 29 or 30. Hopefully it was just 29, but they annihilated us. And here we were, very kind of young, inexperienced. Half the team was kind of young and inexperienced, but we were sloppy early on. We were maybe 3-3 starting out the year. And Coach brought this to my attention as a memory too, that we got slaughtered up in Snohomish, at Snohomish High School, and on the way back to the high school here, he had the bus driver pull the bus over. And he laid it into us. And he said, I don't want to see you for a week. Something like that. We got the point. Because we were laughing and having a good time in the back of the bus, and here we had just lost by, which a team that knows we should have lost, but we did. That triggered something for us because the following 6 weeks, we went without a loss. We were 11, I think it was 11 straight, if I'm correct, wins, and it propelled us into playing for the Westfield Championship against the Shorecrest team, who were monsters. They, and the coach again brought this to my attention. They had 4 guys that were Division I basketball recruits on their starting line. And had I known that, I would have not showed up. But it was a phenomenal basketball game. The place was up at Marysville Pilchuck. The place was packed out, both our side and Shorecrest side. It was a beautiful new gym, huge gym, going crazy, back and forth all night long. And we were fortunate to humbly and lovingly mop the floor with them. And we beat them. And it propelled us into the state tournament, which, Bill, we got to play at Heckinson Pavilion, University of Washington. What a cool thing that was. And we ended up losing by 2 points that night, but that was just a cool memory. One other memory was just playing at the Seattle Memorial Stadium, the old football stadium down under the shadow of the Space Needle in a playoff football game. Lincoln Bowl down in Tacoma, the Star track meet, where we ended up taking state, was just another really cool memory. Anyway, that's just, high school sports was fun. And I went on to play for that coach that Bill mentioned, Frosty Westring, who was a legendary college football coach, and more so now, unfortunately, since he's passed away. He was in the top 9 of the winningest college football coaches of all time. He had coached for 40 years as a head coach and never had a losing season as a head coach for 40 years. He averaged 8 wins a year as a head coach. But it was not the scoreboard, and I don't know if those who know anything about Frosty Western, he was a character builder. He was a former Marine drill sergeant, and he hated it. When he left the Marines, he said to himself, there's got to be something better and bigger than chewing out guys. And at PLU, he put in this process of this character building program that went nationwide. There's all kinds of hybrid coaches out there now that are coaching high school and college that are Frosty Western coached players. And I want to say that was another piece of the puzzle. But my parents were the foundation that my sister Machen and I catapulted off when it came to not the athletic part of it, but to character, how to love people, how to meet people's needs. And I just want to say real quick, and I'm sorry, I'm already taking away too much time. My sister is a volleyball coach at Vanderbilt High School. She's been there for, I think we figured 15 years now. Great athlete. She played for Coach Pitt. She coached with Coach Pitt. She coached against Coach Pitt. And character is so important to her as a coach too. I don't want to say anymore, I'm sorry. I just want to thank you for being here, even though a lot of you I do not know, but especially again for my coaches. Coach Scholl, I don't think, did I recognize you? I did, okay. I thank you, my coaches, for being here. This is an evening I could not even prepare for, not knowing what it was going to be like. Facebook is cool. I hate it sometimes, but some of the comments that came into Facebook in the last month, particularly from younger athletes that I really didn't know very well, that were either playing in the junior varsity or they had some comments that literally brought me to tears as I was reading it. And I didn't know them very well. But it had a lot to do with tying into the modeling that my parents provided my sister and I, and how you treat people, and the respect for your opponents, and the love and the caring for people. And that's, for me, that's what it's all about, and always will be. And I want to just thank my wife, my kids that came here, my in-laws drove up from Skeleton Lakewood area, and my sister and her husband are here, and just some great friends from my old church are here. So anyway, sorry, thank you. Angie, thank you for this great evening, and thank you all as well.